live. I'm live. All right. Excuse me. I'm still eating my pre-live stream Tic Tacs, but Okay. Keep it down. Keep it down. Thank you. Hi, everybody. It's your old buddy, Doug Munro. Must be Tuesday night. What is the date? July 22nd. Wow. And here we are on the old internet. I'm in the middle of my second week at Litchfield Jazz Camp, having a good time. So great to see a lot of the professional teachers there that I only get to see once a year when I'm there. And it's nice to catch up, hear them play. I was part of the faculty concert last night. I was the featured speed bump. My goodness. So we did this concert. And, man, these guys are tearing up this, really post-bop, just ripping, and then all these odd time signatures. And then I did, with like a 3-horn arrangement. I mean, it was cool. It sounded great, but it was such a contrast. I mean, I was almost, I don't want to say embarrassed to play it, but it was almost like just the wrongest song for that particular concert. But everybody was very kind to me and said that, oh, that was great, man. And I was very grateful that they showed me lots of love because, yeah. Oh, man. Hey, Sharon. Yes, gorgeous weather. We're having a summer, like I like to say, this year. Okay. Yeah. So tonight, all gypsy, all the time. Oh, that orange Tic Tac, man. I don't endorse them, but I gotta say, these right here. Orange Tic Tacs. Can you dig it? All right. Is anybody else out there besides me and Sharon? If you're out there, come on, show some love. All right. So I feel like playing. I'm gonna do a song that I haven't done in a long time, in a dog's age, or should I say a Doug's age, and Django song called Artillery Lord. Hey, Phil is here. All right. Buenas noches, caballeros y damas. Yes. All right. Ba-da-bee, ba-ba-da-do, ba-da-dee, bee-ba-da-bo, ba-da-dee, ba-ba-do, ba-da-dee, bo-bo-da, ba-da-bee, ba-ba-da-do, ba-da-dee, ba-ba-da-do, ba-da-dee, ba-bo-do-do-do, bo-do-do. Dominant chords. I remember the melody. Da-dee, bee-ba-bo-ba-da-dee, ba-ba-da-dee. So Sharon's like, what's these crowns all about? I know the answer now. So these crowns are super fans, right? So Sharon, you're super fan number 1. Phil, you're super fan number 2. Yeah, I did get a notice. I got a notice through YouTube saying, yeah, we're now doing like, we're shouting out to super fans. But you're all apparently super fans, That's it. They've been around, I think this is like the 3rd week. Okay, but enough about me. How are you all doing? Everybody good? If you're out there and you're listening, you're watching, you're grooving, come on to Chat Bar and let me know you're out there. Say hi. Let us know who you are, where you're from, and what your favorite color is. My favorite color is clear. Boy, drinking that water just reminds me of how much my left shoulder hurts. It's good, though. Pain, it makes me know I'm still alive. Speaking of being alive, poor Ozzy Osbourne, huh? He had a good run. I mean, come on. Was he 76, 77? But he's gone, not forgotten. I lived, I'm old enough that I lived through all that stuff, like when they first started and the whole deal. And they did some great stuff, They were a tight band, and he actually was an amazing lead singer. It wasn't so much that he had an amazing stage presence, which he did because he looked like a madman, but he actually has a great voice. I mean, if you ever check out, their stuff, he has a very identifiable and great voice. Let's see. Phil said clear ain't a color. All right, just seeing if you're paying attention. All right, so here's another Django. Okay, I think I got it. Here we go. Oh, I should have raised my old loop. I got to tell you about a new gig I got too. I got a call for a new gig from my friend Tom Carruthers. right. Belleville. So, Sharon, Phil. Where's everybody else? Although you two are really doing very well there here. You're scaring everybody away with your purple crowns. That's great. That's funny. Lisa, all right. Nice. That song was fun. Thank you. So now there's 3 people. That's it, man. That's all I need. 3 people, and I'm like, I know I've earned my keep. Yeah. All right, so I think I'm going to try and sing one. And I was debating, because I want to do Cast Your Fate to the Wind Cried Mary, but it seems like the song is so long when I sing it, and then I go back and I do all the chords again because the bridge has different chords when you solo. So I think tonight I'm going to try something different. And that can always spell trouble, especially because I didn't practice it. I just made an executive decision now that I'm going to just try and sing it through and then play over what I sang. Good luck to me. I cast my fate to the wind. It cried Mary. Mary had a little lamb. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, here I am. Stuck in the middle with a fiddle down in Georgia. On my mind, at the crossroads of life and death. Just a tic-tac for every breath. It took me to the cleaners, left me for dead. Poor fool on a hill in a field of dreams. Hey, Scooby-Doo, I'm over here, there, and everywhere. Uptight and out of sight, get dynamite. You know my name, look up the number 8675309. No matter where I go, here I am, stuck in the middle with a fiddle down in Georgia. On my mind, at the crossroads of life and death. Just a tic-tac for every breath. You took me to the cleaners, left me for dead. Poor fool on a hill in a field of dreams. Here I go. Scooby-Doo, I'm over here, there, and everywhere. Uptight and out of sight, get dynamite. You know my name, look up the number 8675309. No matter where I go, here I am. I'm in the middle with the fiddle down in Georgia. On my mind, at the crossroads of life and death. a tic-tac for every breath. You took me to the cleaners, left me for dead perfume on a hill in a field of dreams. You left me in a pool of my own bloody Mary kamikaze Valentine's Day tripper. My man in. All right. So what are we doing? Going crown crazy over here? Love the crowns. Does that mean there are prizes? Yes, there are. The prize is me. No, there is no prize. What we were talking about is that I actually got a message from YouTube saying that they've started a new thing where when you live stream, super fans are getting crowns. So people that come on that come on the live stream a lot, come on the chat, they get these crowns. Raiden Thomas, not Rachel Thomas, Raiden Thomas. Okay. I have a niece, Rachel Thomas, so I don't know if that's her. That's right. No matter where I go, here I am, stuck in the middle with a fiddle down in Georgia on my mind. Yes, it's a run-on sentence of commercials, songs, slogans, movies. Left me for Deadpool, right? You left me in a pool of my own Bloody Mary. Kamikaze Valentine's Day tripper. Valentine's Day tripper, day tripper. Get it? Okay. Somebody should take that song and tell me how many references there are in that song. I bet you that there's like a billion. Let's see. Oh, Kathy's on. My wife Kathy is on. Hi, Kathy. She says, hi, Sharon. I don't think Lydia is coming on. She's over at my sister Carol's this week. She's visiting. It's lonely here without Lydia. But she's coming back. You can count on that. All right. Let's move on. So here's a favorite of the listening crowd, and I hope I don't screw this up. Bassa Dorado. I wonder if Anthony Peralta's out there tonight. right. Steve Vance is here. He's like, oh man, I don't even rate a crown. No, you got a crown, Steve. There you are, man. You got it, bro. You got your crown. Crowns all around. Crowns on the height. On the height. Crowns on the house. On the house. House. All right. So I realized tonight, looking at myself on the screen, that my poison ivy is almost gone. You can just see a tiny little bit there, a little darkness there. And over there, I had some pretty darn good poison ivy. I was doing work on the property. And I do it every maybe 3 years across the street by the lake where we live, because I maintain the property over there. And so all the sticker bushes and junk, they keep like encroaching. And so like when I'm trying to mow the lawn, I get near the edge of the lawn where the bushes are and I get all scraped up. So I rent this gigantic gas-powered hedge clipper. And I go and I cut everything back. But by doing that, though, and then I got to pick everything up that I cut, and I got to, compost it, blah, blah, blah. So my arms took a beating, with poison ivy and everything, but I'm good. When I'm done, I go and I wash with Dawn. You actually like kind of make a paste with it. Like you put on some and then you just wet your hand a little bit and it becomes like this paste, and you wash it on and let it sit for like a minute, and then you wash it off. And, Dawn cuts grease, and that's what the poison ivy is, oil that it leaves on you. But anyway, even though I did that, I still wound up getting some poison ivy. I mean, it wasn't like horrendous, but it was enough. All right. Well, we're talking about the pandemic. Phil said, during the pandemic, we gave away bottles of wine to people who watched our streams, but we had to deliver them. Yeah, I don't drink wine anymore. Yeah, I haven't had a drink in, I don't know, Kathy probably knows, but I'm going to guess 5 years I haven't had a drink. I like that. It's a nice round number. I haven't had a drink in 5 years. That's actually nice, Phil, that you did that. During the pandemic, a lot of people needed our help. Steve Vance is here. I'm so happy. So I had my mind blown at camp again this week. My new thing, I can remember, our good friend Albert Rivera, saxophone band leader. He's one of the heads of the camp, et cetera, et cetera. And he was telling me that, like, one year he got into this thing where all the bass students, he was asking them to play a major scale on their instrument. And he said that, like, half of them couldn't play, like, a major scale. And I think it was at the college. I think it's when he was teaching at the college. I don't even think it was at the camp. Anyway, this year, for some reason, I got a bug up my butt about singing, because I'm doing... I teach a combo, and I also teach a theory class. And so in both of those, you really need your ears, in combo, we're trying to like learn songs. You got to hear, this and that. And you notice that when I play, I mean, not only do I actually sing songs, but the melody is always running in my head. So like when I'm laying down the chords, I'm kind of like singing the song. And so I had all of our students sing, and it blew my mind that more than a few of the students in the past 2 weeks, they could not play like I would play, and they couldn't go ba da da. They couldn't match a pitch, and it just made me wonder, like, I don't know. I mean, like music to me is so a vocal thing, and I didn't mean it as a put down of them, and I told them that I was just surprised that such a thing could be, that it seems so natural to me to use your voice to express music, and then you learn how to play an instrument or whatever, and they basically learned an instrument without ever expressing themselves vocally. And I was just pretty surprised. But, everybody has different experiences, and like I said, I asked some of these kids, and I was like, well, did you sing in choir in church? No, we didn't go to church. Did you have did they have like a music program in school? No, not in grade school. And then in fourth grade, we had to pick an instrument. So there was never any mention of like vocal, I guess. and the same thing in high school or whatever, and a lot of schools don't even have music programs, period. So it was just an observation, not a judgment, but I was surprised. Phil says, do I ever teach looping? No, definitely not. Because it's just practice. Well, we really shouldn't teach it all, actually, to tell you the truth. My favorite story is Lenny Breau, genius guitar player, died very young. He was, he was equally into drugs and alcohol as he was into music. And he died sort of under suspicious circumstances, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, somebody talked him into giving him a lesson once. So they studied with Lenny Breau, and they went and they took a lesson. And at the end of the lesson, they were like, oh, that was great, Lenny. So I'll see you next week. And he's like, what do you mean? You want to hang out or something? He's like, no, I want another lesson. And Lenny said, I showed you everything I know. Now you just got to go and practice it. So looping is just like everything else. You just got to practice it. You get yourself a looper. And one thing I would recommend is definitely try different loopers, read up about them. You want something that, you can easily control and stuff. And I'm sure there's better loopers. I mean, my looper is over 10 years old, way over 10 years old, so there's probably killer loopers out there, but mine still does what I want it to do, Let's see. Sharon said, I was taught to sing everything I was playing on my clarinet while at Ithaca. Yeah, it's like to me, it was so, I don't know. I thought everybody did it. I already had it in me, but I needed to have someone point it out. I was always a singer as a kid. Exactly. I used to do the Sounds of Joy in New York City. It was a workshop every week. And we always had to sing our solos. Always, 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 always. You had to sing your solo when you played. So fa fi da boo bop be doo bop boo be doo bop boo bop scooby doo doo, or whatever silly syllables you wanted. Yeah. So yeah, we always had to sing. Okay, enough BS. Let's play a tune. Here's one from Harry Warren's songbook. That up. So how do you work the looper? Gotta quit crooning around. What? Okay. Couldn't come up with a good sound to play over that. Let's see. I did that with American in Paris and Rhapsody in Blue, sure. Right? Yeah. Rhapsody in Blue, Jeepers Creepers, lots of quotes. Phil, so tell us more about Yosho. What's Yosho Stefan like? Well, I'm happy to report he's a super nice guy. Really good. Really focused. People forget that, he looks very, very, very young. And he is. He's still, I think he might be early 40s or something, But he's literally worked 20 years, with supreme dedication to get to where he is now professionally. So he's super talented, super hardworking. And you talk about having a great ear. Yeah. And on top of all that, he's a nice guy. And he knows how to impart information. So he can actually teach. He's one of these players where he can explain exactly what it is he's doing. And you could just tell he just loves to play. He's a great player, and he seems to enjoy playing with everybody. So you don't have to be the most burning guy ever. And, if you're not like 100% on fire, he doesn't get like, dark or bored or anything. He's into it. He loves making music, so I don't know what else to say. Good dude. Good dude. It was an honor to meet him and to get to play with him. And, I thank Frank for that. And, yeah, good deal. Good deal. Yeah. All right. So next song I'm going to do is a song called Django-Mania. And and the chords are interesting. We're in the key of G, and it starts it starts a tritone away on a half diminished chord, which is very common because you have the root on top. But the second chord is sort of open for debate. Some people play the second chord as C minor, then G over B, B flat diminished, A minor, D minor, G. Other people play C sharp half diminished, C diminished, G over B, B flat diminished. I like this because I think it fits on the melody, right? Right? Yeah, it's on that diminished chord. Yeah. So it's nice. It's just a killer chord progression, and a lot of fun together. A lot of fun to play. Oh my God, I can't talk anymore. I can't do anything. I can't give you anything but love. Let's sing. Think around there. Old people tempo. Tempo di oldo. I do this turnaround. That's just me. 1-4 minor. Ooh, up a half step. It's 5 chord. Up another half step. It's 5 chord. Whee! You got it. All right. So, what personal details is Kathy telling me here about? Doug had to stop drinking due to the meds he was taking. Oh, yeah? Oh, okay. You never know what Kathy's going to say. She'll say like the most like intimate detail about something. I was like, why'd you say that? And she'd be like, what? Huh. I had leftover steak for dinner. So I'm still feeling it. It's good though. It's like all of a sudden I feel a little piece of meat in my teeth, and I'm like, oh, a little snack. Yeah. Speaking of snacks, Kathy made this. You'd really have to try it to appreciate this, but this is a pound cake that my mother made for years, Lydia. Kathy got the recipe, and she just made some recently, and I think she called it mahogany pound cake. Is that what you call it, Kathy? Mahogany? To me, it looks like just dark chocolate. It's like a dark chocolate pound cake. And it's like amazing. It's amazing. And speaking of pound cake, Ozzy Osbourne passed away. You were right, Sharon. And, it's sad that he's gone, but he had a long life. And he did a freaking gig 2 weeks before he died. I mean, come on. It doesn't get much better than that. You know? That's pretty amazing. He did the 50th anniversary of Black Sabbath. Yeah. And so, hats off to Ozzy Osbourne, you know. Yeah. Ozzy's gone, but not forgotten. Oh, yeah, and then the actor from The Cosby Show drowned, yeah. What other morbid things can we talk about? Oh, how about the 1-year-old kid got thrown down the garbage chute in one of the boroughs? No joke. 1-year-old kid. The 39-year-old uncle threw 1-year-old nephew. And the kid lived, thank God. Let's see. Malcolm Jamal Warner. There you go. Kathy, font of wisdom. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a ballad. I dedicate this song to all the meat stuck in my teeth. I'm confessing that I love you. I'm confessing that I care. I'm confessing that I need you. Darling, I do. I really need you. But in your eyes I see such strange things. But your lips deny they're true. Will your feelings go and change things, making me blue? I'm afraid someday you're gonna leave me, saying can't we still be friends? If you go I know it's gonna grieve me. All of life on you depends. I'm confessing that I love you. I'm dreaming dreams of you in vain. I'm confessing that I love you over again. Wow, I kind of sped up. afraid someday you're gonna leave me, saying can't we still be friends? If you go, I know it's gonna grieve me. All of life on you depends. I'm confessing that I love you. I'm dreaming dreams of you in vain. I'm confessing that I love you over again. All right. BVS says, great free download and lesson this week. Thanks, Doug. You're welcome. Yeah, I really love talking about music. And again, I guess, I can be viewed as like a theory nerd, but I'm kind of like that with everything. I think it's like my OCD where I don't know. I always got to dissect everything and take it apart. I could tell you some really I'll give you one hysterical thing that I used to do that I thought was so normal. And when I tell it to you, you're going to never look at me the same again. When I was a little kid, I don't know how I got these little tools, but I got a bunch of little tools. And it was almost kind of like dentistry stuff or something. I don't know, but there was like a little pick thing. There was a little thing with like a mirror. And there was like a scalpel. And there was tweezers. And it was in this blue plastic, but the hard plastic, it was nice. And you could open it and all this stuff was there. I don't remember how I got it, why I got it, but I had it. And, oh, thanks, Ralph. Ralph said singing is real good tonight, too. Thanks, man. Thanks, Trudy. Hey. So anyway, my story. So here I am. I'm trying to think of how old I was. Again, it's got to be maybe like fourth grade, maybe. And I would go, there was a chicken store on Lockwood Avenue in Yonkers. And you could get eggs and you can get freshly killed chickens. And you could literally, I used to go down there and watch the butcher cut the head off the chicken and stick the chickens upside down in the pot of boiling water with their feet still kicking. And one day I was like, can I have a chicken head? And he was like, well, what do you want a chicken head for? And I was like, well, I want to dissect it. I want to see what's inside. So he gave me a chicken head, and I went home, and I dissected the chicken head, And it was, I don't know why I did that, but I did. I took the whole chicken head apart, the eyeballs, the brain, all that stuff. So my point is that I've always been interested in what makes things work. So with music, when I'd learn stuff, I was just curious, like, what is this? Where does this come from? What does this mean? And so that's how I became a theory nerd. So instead of cutting dead animals open and dissecting them, I dig into music, and, it's much more socially acceptable. Which reminds me of a great joke, but I probably shouldn't tell it on air. But I will talk about a gig I got coming up. All right, I got to do a little promo before we go. I got a gig. Tom Carruthers, who books La Zingara in Bethel, Connecticut, which is a great room. It's not his room. I mean, it's a great Italian restaurant, and he books stuff in there. And yeah, Ralph said, "Dude, you shouldn't be sharing that." Yeah, I know. That was over 50 years ago. That was like 60 years ago or more. Cutting open chicken heads. But anyway, so Tom Carruthers, he booked me on a new gig. There's a place in Reading, Connecticut, also called Georgetown, Connecticut, and it's the Owl Inn. Is that what it's called? The Owl Barn? The Owl something. Hold on. I'm confessing I can't remember what the name is. I'm going to look on my calendar and I'm going to tell you. Because I know I'm playing August 2nd. That I know. And it is... Oh, great. I don't have it in there. Oh, good. Good, Doug. Good. Let me check my website. How do I do that? I go here. And I come there. And I go Doug Munro. I don't even know what I'm doing. Gigs. Okay, good. Gigs. July. Here we go. The Georgetown Owl Saloon and Restaurant. 19 Main Street, Reading, Connecticut. There you go. And I'm playing from 8 p.m. till 10:30, and I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing looping and singing. Probably not cracking wise. Probably not talking about dissecting chicken heads. But I'm going to be playing, and I'm going to be dressed up all nice. I'll be in a suit. I'll be vibing. And it's they just started having music. I don't know if I'm the first guy to play there, but I'm going to definitely be one of the first. So I hope I don't mess it up for him. All right, let's see. Ralph said we did worms, frogs, and pigs back in high school. Yeah. You know, it's interesting, dissecting stuff. Yeah. Thank you. You make me sound less weird. Sharon said Doug, Ernie, and Swing Set will be in Bethel, Connecticut at Putnam House this Friday. Doug? Oh, Ernie and Swing Set. Okay, for a second I thought it was Doug, Ernie, and Swing Set, and I was like, I am? Oh, so Sharon's saying that Ernie Pugliese, our good friend, he has he plays in a group called Swing Set, and they're fantastic. 2 female singers, writers, arrangers, multi-instrumentalists, and Ernie and a bass player, sometimes a drummer, and they're going to be playing at the Putnam House this Friday in Bethel, Connecticut. So if you're not doing nothing, come out and support loud music, live music. Yeah. What else do I got to say? Do have to mention Labella Strings that I've been endorsing for over 30 years. Tonight I'm playing their Silk and Steel Gypsy strings. And I know that all the hardcore gypsy guys are like, you got to use the Argentine strings. And I say, try the Labella Strings and then get back to me. I love them. And actually, I use them on all my guitars, all different kinds. As you know, if you tune in weekly, almost every week there'll be a different string cover up there because I'm using something different. Also, don't forget to visit my website, Yoink. All right, there's the QR code. Go there, sign up for my newsletter, and read my newsletter, for crying out loud. It's like one week I have like 96% read it. The next week it's like 67%. I'm like, come on, read my newsletter. Get a free download, for crying out loud. All right. Let's see, what else do I got to say? Finishing up the week at Litchfield. I finished up an arrangement for a friend of mine, and I'm working on a song for Ricardo Gautreaux. Working on that. I might have another session with a woman that I did a session for a couple of weeks ago. I got something tentative in the books for August 3rd. So I got stuff happening. I got stuff I got to do. I mean, we got the Loop Mania 2025 EP is supposed to be released August 6th, but there was a problem with publishing info and copyright info, and I corrected it, but I don't know how soon they're gonna get it together. Oh yeah, that's right. We also have an anniversary, Kathy and I. Oh yeah, yeah. Friday has our anniversary. Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, it's like 400 and how many years? It's 40. Don't tell me, Kathy. It's 43. 43 years we've been married. Marital bliss. Yeah, Ralph said, have a great solo gig. I'll fly out. Yeah, got to walk the gig. Yeah, got to get back to Labella. Yeah, thanks. Got to walk the dog. Okay, yeah. All right, Ralph, go ahead. Walk the dog, brother. And Phil, thank you for congrats on the gig. Thanks, everybody, for watching tonight. I really appreciate it. I know I'm a little frazzled and burnt out these last 2 weeks because, I'm doing the camp and then coming home and doing this. And I wouldn't say I'm in the best playing shape ever. But, we had fun. That's the thing. I like to rap with you all. Bill Morton is here wishing us happy anniversary. Thanks, Bill. And so I will see you. I'll see you all next Tuesday, right? Because, it'll still be July next Tuesday. Yeah. So, yeah, man, come by, tell your friends, tell your enemies. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. And make sure that you like and ring the bell. And like I said, share with friends and stuff. And, yeah, that's it. I hope that you have a great week. God bless you all. And as usual, I wish you love, peace, and, just a little pinch of that delicious chicken grease. All right. See you next week.